Hey. It was on Wednesday I began to tell these ones about a young girl that I met in Omaya. This girl was so beautiful and so intelligent. But I saw her going about sleeping with married men. She's a barrister now. She's a barrister. Sleeping with married men. And if you see this lady, hey, some people were created on Friday, while some were created on Sunday morning. Hey, my God. Very beautiful. Do you know? All the time she'll be seeing me praying, and all that. And they came. She's from Ungwa. And you can never know she's from Ungwa because she's so beautiful. He said, I remember when I was a teenager. He said, I remember when I was 18, 19, 20, 21. He said, if you see me that time, hi, I can pray. He said, God used me so mightily. But she said, see me now. Hebrews chapter 10. Let me show you something. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 39. Yes, you, my Lord. I want to make you proud. I want to make you mine. Yes, you, my Lord. Let's start from verse 37 to verse 39. Hebrews chapter 10, 37 to 39. It says, for yet a little while, he that shall come, will what? Will come. And will not tarry. We're in Hebrews chapter 10. Now, one thing that makes me to like you is that you like God, no matter the stress. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 37. Can we go to verse 37 again? For yet a little while, he that shall come will what? Will come. And will not tarry. Will not tarry. Nobody knows when he will come. He said, will not tarry. Verse 38. Now, not yesterday. Now, the just shall live by what? By faith. But if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. Stay there. Stay in verse 38. Now the just shall live by faith. Faith in this context is salvation. Is what? Salvation. Your belief in Christ Jesus. The salvation of your soul. Meaning he said the just shall live by faith. Meaning that any time a believer fell or dropped his faith, opposite of living is what? Is what? Opposite of living is what? Is death. Is dying. Now the just shall live by faith, by the salvation of his soul. How do I know that faith here is salvation? Read the next line. Say, but if any man draws back, meaning he's talking about the salvation, what you have received, if you draw back. He said what? My soul shall have no pleasure. The one I did in 2021, 22 is forgotten. My soul shall have no pleasure. On the cross of Calvary, Jesus shouted, my Father, why have thou done what? Forsaken me. But the Lord turned his back on him. Why? Because he was carrying the sin of the world. So no matter how precious you are, if you draw back, the Lord will turn his back on you. And you become a walking corpse. So now the just shall live by faith. But if any man draw back, what will happen? He said, my soul. So God has soul. My soul shall have no pleasure in him. Hey, he again was him. Hi, a young man came to buy food, and the other guy, he now said, oh, go. No, no. That's how the madam. Yes, 191. You can. My head, the man said, that I'll do them. Hey, Jesus. And he said it so loud. Okay. Hey, Madam Nana say, oh, Chinek and Gapadelo Wanya. Yes, they're back for I'll do them. In the matter, more after 1 day, one Loman and Lord Mokoyogo. After Abu him and Abu him and other Abu his son and Quara. Ah, it's a back for all my soul. Have no pleasure. I will not draw back. I will not draw back. Because if I draw back, my maker, my soul, his soul will not have pleasure in me again. He will not delight in me again. He replaces me. He chooses another person. Let's read the next verse. Let's see what Paul now said. Paul now said, but we are not of them that draw back unto what? Unto perdition. But of them that believe to the saving of our soul. Paul said, we are not among they that the trouble and the cares of this life we make to draw back. We are not in that category that will stop on the way. But you will continue unto the saving of what? Of our soul. Brother, the Lord is asking you, do you love him? It is the love of God that will make you to know that this land, this person's land is your own, but someone is dragging it. And I was teaching this one about the voice of prayer. And you now pray and get charge in the spirit. As you read that realm where you can hear God, the Lord said to you, leave that land. It's your own, but leave it. Leave it for peace to reign. After all, the Bible said, Jesus speaking to his disciples, he said, he that forsake his people, that leave everything and follow me. That was the question they asked. What will be our reward? And Jesus said to his disciple, you that left everything and followed me, he said, you will sit with me on the 12 thrones, and you will judge the 12 tribes of who? Of Israel. So Judas thought it was money. It was things that don't have head. That was why he was coming. He didn't know that the plan of God before the world was even created, that Jesus will select 12 men. And these 12 men, we have a special rank in heaven. And their rank is that they will sit on where? On 12 thrones. So when we go to heaven, we meet these 12 disciples. They have their own throne. They are judges in the spirit. They are judges in the spirit. And Judas thought it was just things that didn't matter. That was when Jesus now died. They have to look for that person that we. Who replaced Judas? Who replaced Judas? Matthias. So they have to pray. So who will? So that was still how in heaven. Matthias, we occupy the throne. Am I communicating here? That Judas would have occupied. Matthias will occupy. He thought it was just earthly thing. He didn't know that it was favor. It was a privilege for him to be among the disciples. The same way God gives you privilege and you misuse it. Sister Favor, the same way God gives you privilege, you misuse it. So they casted lots. And they said, you know that when they wanted to select Matthias, they asked the question, they said, we need to, the person that will replace Judas will not be someone that just joined us new. Follow me. He said, it will be someone that have been with us. So Matthias have been with them right from the beginning. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So they didn't just look for anybody and put to replace Judas. They look for someone that has tarried. That's why before an office should be given to someone, the person should stay and learn, should sit down and learn, and know the status, and know the standard of the church, and know the principle, and know the way of that church before